Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Kindly confirm if you can hear me. If you can hear me, in the meantime, let's give 2 minutes for others to come in. Today's class is a very, very important class, and you would not like your mates to miss class today. If you can see your screen, today we are talking about building a writing portfolio. Building a writing portfolio that helps you get jobs. It's about building a writing portfolio that helps you get jobs. So use this few 2 minutes to bring invite someone that is meant to be here. Go to your group and call someone so they don't miss out. Exactly 7:06 we would start. All right, so let's get into today's class. We are talking about building a writing portfolio that helps you land jobs. Now, you have learned a whole lot in the past few weeks about content writing, copywriting, and you have learned practical ways to create several kinds of content, several types of content. And now, after the learning, definitely you want to get jobs, you want to start getting paid roles. But before you get those paid roles, there are some things you should do to prepare the ground to prepare the ground to lay a foundation for getting those jobs. All right, so we'll be talking about creating a writing portfolio. Now, before you can get a job, several people want to see what you have written before, whether it's not even only writing, even in the tech space where you have software engineers, software developers, and several kinds of jobs. Any job actually, people want to see what you have done before to show that you can do the job. So if you are applying for a writing role or you are pitching to someone to work for them, you should have a backlog of work that you have done before. Now, writing portfolio, I know many of you would know what it's about, but just for the few people that might not have an idea of what it is. So, writing portfolio is a collection of your best writing samples. It shows clients what you can do before they hire you. Do you get? Then think of it like a menu at a restaurant. People want to see what's available before they order. Yeah. Why you need a portfolio? It builds trust and credibility. It shows your style, your tone, what you can do, how versatile you are. It helps you stand out from other freelancers. There was a recruiter that was in a particular webinar, and he said something. He said when candidates are sending emails for jobs and all of that, when candidates are sending emails for jobs, he he doesn't want to see just resume. He wants to see portfolio. So that's one thing a lot of candidates don't know. When you are applying for a job via email or whatever, and you have to send maybe your resume, don't just send your resume, don't just send your CV, send alongside a link to your portfolio. So it makes it easier to get hired because to hire you. So your portfolio is a proof that yes, you can do the job. Now, what you can do I'm going to show you I'm going to share my screen and show you about two samples of portfolios. I'll also show mine and someone else's. Bio, like your experience, a brief background, then writing samples. If you are like a blog writer, you can just do put in your blog post, links to your blog post. Then you can screenshot the captions you've written. You can screenshot the captions you've written, then the website copies you've written also, then whatever thing you've written, you can screenshot them. And if you have links, you can also put in the links. Then you also have your contact info. Your contact info includes your email, your phone number, most especially your WhatsApp contact. Yes, your email, your WhatsApp contact. Then maybe your LinkedIn profile for them to contact you or check you out. Then optional, you can also have reviews of people, what people are saying about your service, what people are saying about you. Then you can also have some results that you've gotten. If you're an SEO writer now and you have um gotten if and you have had some of your articles rank well, you can also put all of these results. So that's basically it. Now coming down to your level, that okay, you're just learning about copywriting, you're just learning about content writing. So your portfolio, what you can do at this point, though we are getting to that stage, what you can do, if you've never had a client, or okay, you just learned it, now you now want to have your own portfolio. Now you can pick, I even gave like a previous practical work, some of the practical works that we gave during this class, that we said okay, you can try them out, and or you try those things out and add them to your portfolio. Now you can pick an industry, pick a topic, write a comprehensive blog post, whether it's tech, whether it's whatever industry you're interested in, write blog post, and then you can put it in a Google document. Then you can just, though we are going to the part where sorry about that. We are going to the part where I would show you different websites where you can put some of those content. So you can create blog posts, write about something, then social media captions. You can do that for your personal brand. Probably some of the content you have written for your own page, screenshot them. Then product descriptions, you can just write something, screenshot them also. You can write some things on Google Docs. I've seen some portfolio that they were hosted, it's just basically Google documents. So you can also have that. Then format them nicely. You can use Canva to design. If you search for portfolio portfolio templates on Canva, you would see several templates. So you can use any of those templates and tweak it to your taste. then put in the links. I'll show you one that I did with Canva. Also, I'm currently revamping my portfolio. I'm currently creating a new portfolio for myself. So the thing is, portfolio, the more you go higher, the more you keep updating, the more you keep creating, updating your portfolio. I think I started out, the portfolio I used was I think there's this site contently.com. I put a few links of blog posts there. Then at a point I used Google Docs. So what I did was I copied the links of the blog post I had written. That's some of thankfully for me, I did IT when I was in 200 level in a newspaper organization. So I had content that had already gotten online. So I was able to use all of that. So I included them as links in my documents. And then anyone that asks for my portfolio, I just share my Google documents, share the link of that Google document to them. So that was what I did at a point. Then at a point too, I used my LinkedIn featured section for my portfolio. So what I did that time was when anyone asks for my portfolio, I just copy the link to my LinkedIn profile and then I show them. So at the moment, I have all the brands I've worked with as regards content. I have them on my in my experience section on LinkedIn, and I have like a few samples, few copies, few links of the content I've written for them under those brands in my experience section. So that's like a little bit of portfolio. But then more strategies you can use. Yes, guest posting for blogs. So this was one thing I really did earlier when I was starting out. I would send out mails, a lot of emails. It was when I was sending out emails, I got one response to, write I was looking at basically just writing in education, writing stuff about education and all. So I kept sending emails to education websites. I would search on Google and I would say, um, write for us education, or list of websites that accept educational articles or whatever. So I'll see a whole lot of them. Then I'll go to their websites, check for their email, and then send a mail to them. All of that. Some of them I did contact us, and all of that. I sent a whole lot of emails, and I got some. Hello everyone. Please kindly confirm you can hear me. Hello everyone. Kindly confirm if you can hear me. I guess the network just kicked me out. Kindly confirm if you can hear me. All right. So I'm so sorry about that. Network just kicked me out. I was talking about guest posting. So I would send out a whole lot of emails. I sent out a lot of emails at that time. I also searched for samples of emails to pitch to websites. So I sent out all of those things. Then pitch to websites to submit articles for free. Now, if you are looking to build a portfolio, this period of looking to build a portfolio, you need to be less about money and more of getting results and gathering proof. So if you can reach out to as many websites as possible to be a contributor to their website's content, it would really go a long way for you. It would really go a long way for you. So volunteer for companies. You can also reach out to, can start on Google for whatever company you'd like to visit. Search for, let's say, tech companies in Lagos, tech companies in Nigeria, tech companies in the US, whatever kind of company you want to work with. Search for them on Google. Then check out their websites one by one. You would also see you would also see their you can also see a contact phone number there, and you can also see an email to send. You can also see an email to contact there. So each of those contact information, make use of them. Send an email to them. You'd like to volunteer to be a content writer for the period of 3 months, and all of that. Send emails like that. So I'm telling you a whole lot of tips that you can use here, even from today. If you can dedicate the next 2 weeks, after the classes, after you have learned a whole lot of things, after you have done your projects and assignments, if you can dedicate the next 2 weeks to start researching the companies and then sending out 10 emails every day, you would be surprised that out of all of those emails you would send, you would find one or two, someone that would say, oh, after volunteering you can work for us and then we'll pay you. So this is one of the advantages of volunteering. It's something that if they see that, oh, you were really good during the period of volunteering, they can say, oh, we can't afford to lose you, we want you to continue for us. So pitch to website, search for companies, tech companies in Nigeria, um, creative agencies, in US. Search for them. You would see a list of them. Go to their websites, or you can also search if it's blog. You can also search. Okay, um, what word will I use? What industry should I use? Let's say food or tech websites, in whatever tech websites that accept blog posts. You can also search for all of that. Then volunteer for companies. Apply as much as you can. Apply as much as you can. When I mean apply as much as you can, on LinkedIn, you would see um, volunteer positions, a whole lot of them. If you can apply as much as you can, you definitely have one or two, you know, that can call you for for volunteering. So the thing is, you definitely not volunteer forever, but then it's for the period. It's for, like, okay, the first 3 months after learning. That's why people usually say that when you are learning a skill, in the first 6 months, don't think about money. Think about learning as much as you can and building a solid portfolio. Now, when you have learned and you have volunteered and built a portfolio and you have results to show, then you would have the boldness to easily pitch to as many companies as possible with the results you have gotten. So this is another thing. Apply as much as you can. So where can you host your portfolio? For me, I told you I started out with I actually used Medium at the point. Medium.com is a platform you can also use for portfolio. So any blog post you write, any stuff you write, you can just post it on Medium. So if you can cultivate an habit of writing regularly, putting it out on medium.com, when you want to apply for jobs in the next 1 month or whatever, you just send in your portfolio, copy the link to your Medium page, and then send it to them. So people would see the content you have written before. Then Google Docs, Notion. So you can any of your content that has been published by any of these people that you pitched to, any of these websites, you can copy the links. In fact, a lot of newspapers today, even in Nigeria, they accept blog they accept articles, they accept blog content. Actually, a lot of them accept blog content, and a lot of news websites, actually a lot of websites, because these people are actually they need many content available on their websites. So if you are coming and you are saying, "Oh, I would love to, volunteer to at least write an article for you," so most of these news companies, newspapers, news media, and all of that, they actually accept content. So if you have any of these blog content, even if it's news that you have written, it's part of what you have written. So you can also copy the link, paste it, because in my portfolio I have a section for news content. I also have another section for articles. So you can use Google Docs, just put it there, put all of those links. Then LinkedIn featured section, you can put the links there. Then you can use contently.com. I used that back then. Then Canva, I said if you search for portfolio templates on Canva, you would see a whole lot. You would see a lot of templates that you can use. So yours is just to just tweak it, just edit to your taste. Add the links you need to add. Then app.apollo.io. It's also something you can use. Then clippings.me. This was my most recent portfolio before I moved to designing my portfolio with Canva. So that's a very, very good website for writing portfolio. It's a very, very good one. But it actually has a limit of the links you can put there. So that was why I switched to, design. I actually saw because one thing I did too was I would go to LinkedIn, search for people that are content writers as at then, people that were SEO content writers. I would search, then I would check out, because most people have embedded links in their LinkedIn profile linked to their portfolio. So I would check out their portfolio to check out um how best they are doing it and how I can do my own better like them and all of that. So it was one of those checking that I found clippings.me. Then it was in all those check-ins I checked, I also found that someone actually did a very portfolio with Canva. So that was why I also did that. So check people out on LinkedIn too. You would see a whole lot of top writers that you would when they show you their portfolio, you'll be like, wow. So you can also use their templates. All right, so I guess the reason why the network issue is a whole lot today is because of the rain, the weather. Yes, so personal website. So you can also create a personal website. You know, though WordPress is a paid stuff, you can also have a free website. I think I even explained it in a particular class. So if I go to and sign in, I actually have an account like website with WordPress. Yes, but definitely not version. It's the free version. Then you can also use blogger.com. So all of this, when you make a, a link to like this blog, when you link to maybe a WordPress free site where you have article, or you submit a link to your blogspot blogger.com, you can create an account with them, out content there. You know, when you do all this, it makes the know that, oh, all right. So sorry about that. Network kicked me out again. So the next, so blogger.com, I was saying that when a recruiter sees that, oh, you have a link to your blog and you have put out a lot of amazing content, they would have the confidence to bring you as the copywriter, as a content writer. Then, yeah, practical example. So I would share my screen now so that you can see. Okay, I would. So this was. Kindly confirm you can see my screen. All right. So this was a portfolio that I had back then. So you can see all of the content I'd written as I did. So me. Now me as restriction of, I think, 10 or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think you can only have 10 content there. So this alludes to the content I've written before. This alludes to the content I've written before. So switched to um, another first one. So you can see when you submit kind of link and it will be open this, this is one like five on Google bio. Then the recruiter comes and he sees, content that you have written for content written to say, oh, share this amazing. I remember it was last year, a client wanted to see my content, and I just sent him. He said, "Oh, can I see?" Oh, oh, I heard you can't see anything on my screen. Jeez. Please confirm if you can see anything on my screen. Wow. Can you see anything now? Please confirm if you can see anything now, please. Please confirm now. Confirm, please. You can see, right? All right, all right. So I was showing you that this is clippings.me that I mentioned. So you can see 8 over 10 free clippings. You can only have 10 links to your articles. So except so that was why I actually changed. So um it was while I was checking LinkedIn for fellow content writers that I saw someone that used clippings.me, and immediately I checked it out and I started using it as at that time. So you can see some of the content I had written as at that time. Some of the content I had written, some of the content. So when you submit this link to a to a recruiter, and person sees, oh, your bio, person sees a brief background about you, just though this is kind of long, then the person sees you know some content that you have written for other blogs too, and can click it, read the content and all of that. Then the person says, oh, since this person has actually done this for about 2 3 other blogs, then the person can actually do it for my brand. So it helps build credibility. It shows them that, oh, you can do the job. All right. So I'll share my screen again to show you another example. So I'm showing you all of this for you to have an idea of what you should do when it's your turn. So you would have an idea of what you should do. Please confirm if you can see my screen, please. Okay, so this is someone's website. I think I found this. I can't remember where I found this portfolio, but it's a very, very nice one. And the name of the website is Portfolio Alpha PL 97 Vassel app. So I could type that for you in the chat box. So you can see home, about, service, portfolio. So this was actually designed by the person. So you can see where to download CV. You can see about you can see our services. So this is a very structured portfolio. So you can see portfolio. This is not writing portfolio now. This is for a software developer. So these are some of the websites she has created, something she has done, something she has done, something she has done. So you can see shopping page, blog blockchain website, YouTube clone, my blog, some of the content she has actually written. This is it. Then where you can contact her. So this is another example. Then I'll show you a recent portfolio of mine. This is not a writing portfolio. This is more of a tech um, portfolio. And the more recent one of mine. So this one I used Canva. Please confirm you can see my screen, please. All right. So this I designed not recently, but it's been a while now. So when I upgraded to being a social media manager and all of that, and I had some results in social media management, so I upgraded. So this is where you can click to view my LinkedIn profile. You can email me. So I used Canva for this, and I used a template on Canva for this. So it's not hard. So this is my about section. Then this is now my the writing section. So here I have links to articles. This is where you have articles. Then this is where I have news content. So while I studied mass communication, while I was doing my IT, you know, all of this news content that I wrote for those newspapers, I have them here. It's part of my portfolio. So if you're a student and you are doing any practical work and all of that, add them to your portfolio. See them as part of your portfolio. So this is social media work. Some of the content are based, the captions, content that are done. Then sample of social media captions are done. These are samples. Then before results, then I have reviews. This is not showing. Okay, this section is not showing. I guess that's hello everyone. Please confirm if you can hear me, please. Kindly confirm if you can hear me. All right, so network kicked me out again. So I was showing you example of my recent portfolio. I don't know where you stopped. Can someone quickly explain where I stopped, where network um stopped? Please, where did you stop seeing my screen previously? Please, where did you stop seeing my screen? Okay, at portfolio on Canva. Okay, so let me just quickly show you that. So I guess okay, we're at the review section. Okay, so I'm showing you this and I'm showing you these examples. Please confirm if you can see my screen now. I'm showing you these examples so that when you want to create your own portfolio, whether using Canva or using clippings.me or any of that, you would have an idea of what you can use. Okay, network is, so you can see reviews there, you can see before and after, that's results, you can see social media captions, you can see social media content, you can see writing portfolio. So this is basically what concerns you. So you can do it, you can design it any way you want to do it. You can design it any way you want to do it. So this is an example. So when you want to create your own portfolio, you would be able to have an idea of you'd be able to have an idea of what you can start with. You can start with Canva. You can do Google Docs. I actually have a portfolio on Google Docs, like a list of I have a lot of content also on Google Docs. So anyone that comes to my mind to share with any recruiter at any point in time, I share. So it all depends on the role I'm applying for and all of that, or the role that needs it. So this is an example. Now, where can you get reviews? Where can you get reviews? It's from all of those volunteering work that you do at this early stage of your writing career. All of those volunteering work that you do, you can, request for a feedback. You can request for a recommendation. This is after you have done a good job. You can request for a recommendation, you can request for a feedback. Yes. Then results. This is also, you can get all of this from any volunteering work you do at this point. For me, I volunteered to write content in the early years. Though those periods I was in school, I was in university, so I could just easily write an article, send out. So I volunteered to contribute to a website and all of that, and it helped me. So you have seen examples of portfolios. You have seen the one I did back then. You have seen all of that. So it gives you an idea of how you should create yours when you want to do yours. Tips to make your portfolio stand out: use real brand voices in your writing. You saw some brands in my portfolio. If you also go to my LinkedIn page, you just click. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, click check out your portfolio, you would see the portfolio very well. So use real brand voices. So anyone that visits my portfolio sees that, oh, I've done this for this brand. I think someone even mentioned Charles Foundation. Yes. So the person would see, oh, she has done this for Charles Foundation, she has done this for this brand, and all of that. Then add headings, bullets, and images to make it readable. You can see some images so that someone is not just scrolling through a portfolio that is just dry. You saw the portfolio of a tech lady. You saw her pictures. You also saw mine. You also saw my pictures there. So it's not just dry. Tailor your samples to specific niches. You saw that the other lady, she puts website landing pages that she has created, websites that she has created. She also puts a section for writing blogs that she had written. And you also saw mine that I put articles. You saw the section of news. You saw the section of writing. Then I also do. I've done social media management, and you also saw social media captions. All of that, section them for specific niches and all of that. Then be honest. Don't fake testimonials or lie. Any of the reviews that you saw there, they are screenshotted, and you can see that, oh, it's not just anyone that just put it out there. So please be honest as much as possible. You're starting a career and you don't want to build your career on a faulty foundation. So please be honest. Start your career with integrity. Don't start building your career on a faulty foundation of lying. All right, keep your portfolio updated. Currently, that portfolio is what is on my profile, but I'm currently building another portfolio with my new brand color, currently putting in the results I've gotten recently. Joanna Jayola. So my LinkedIn name is Joanna Jayola. So you can check out other people on LinkedIn, check out several top content writers, content managers, top copywriters, check out their portfolios, and you can use it to also recreate yours. So update yours. Like I told you, I'm currently creating, I would have shared with you on Canva. I'm currently creating a new portfolio and all of that. So update it as you get more results, every, if it's 1 month, if it's 2 months, if it's 3 months, add a new thing, add a new recommendation, add a new thing. So after a real client project, add the new sample, add links to your published works. So, add those new things, replace weak samples with better ones. So when I write more content that the way I write content back in 2020 or 2021 is different from the way I would write it in 2025. So most times as I grow, I can be removing some of those old content out of my portfolio and then be replacing them with and replace them with new content. So replace your content, as you grow, update your portfolio. So I guess that's all for today. So I guess with what you have learned today, you can use any of these examples I showed you, any of these platforms. You can use any of these to, prepare the ground so that by the time we are done with this class, you know, you can start pitching. You can start even from now. You can start applying to. I think Lovett taught you about pitching, finding clients on Monday. So all of those strategies she has given you also alongside building your portfolio today. So take note of them. Start something. Start something. And don't just run for the money and expect that in the next 1 month, in the next 2 months, you would start earning, in dollars. It doesn't work that way for everyone. So take time to build the foundation, take time to learn, take time to build your portfolio, take time to serve, volunteer. And it is volunteer work that actually brings you more recommendations and more reviews, because these volunteers, they don't have the money to give you. They're not giving you money. So they feel like, the best we can actually give this person is our recommendation. So volunteer as much as you can. All right, so I guess that's the end of the today's class. On Friday, we'll be talking about WordPress weeks. We'll be talking about Squarespace. We'll be talking about WordPress weeks, Squarespace, and pricing and contracts. I'll be telling you a whole lot about pricing, how to price yourself depending on the stage you are and all of that. So thank you for today's class. I'll log into YouTube now to type in my LinkedIn name. Or if you can check, oh jeez, if you can check out the flyer for content and copywriting, and you would see my name there, Joanna Jayola. You can check out the flyer for content and copywriting. But let me see if I can quickly type my name. But that's the end of today's class. If you have any questions, start typing them now so that we could. Attendance will be by 8, so I'm still waiting for your questions. So in the meantime, I want to type my name in the chat for you. If you have any questions, yes, you would have the slides. Yes, please. Someone has typed my name, Dodi. Yeah. Someone has typed my name. Thank you very much. So if you have any questions before attendance, after attendance will be ending the class. Can I host my portfolios on the yes, I still have my portfolio on clippings.me. I still have on contently.com. I have on Canva. I have Google Docs. So you can build your portfolio anywhere. You can have 5 different portfolios. So the one on Canva for me, it is when I want to apply for maybe a social media management job or a job that has to do with digital marketing in a broader form or SEO. Then the current portfolio I'm creating is the one that is basically for SEO specialists, technical SEO and all of that. So the one I have on clippings.me is basically for content writing. The one I have on Google Docs is basically content writing. So you can have as many portfolio as possible. Please, my question is, where do we build? I shared. Check your slides. Where to host your portfolio? There are many. There are many. You have Google Docs, you have Medium, you have clippings.me, you have Canva, you have app.apollo.io. So aside this, you can also search on Google. These are the ones I've used. These are the ones that are free. So aside this, you can also search on Google and also keep learning from other people that, like I told you, um go on LinkedIn, search for top content writers on LinkedIn, content managers, content strategies, check out their profiles. Most of them usually have a link to their portfolio in their on their profile. So check out their profiles, check out a lot of portfolios. This was how I was able to graduate from the little one I was having, now in Canva. That was how I was able to learn that, oh, I can actually build a very nice portfolio with Canva. So keep checking out people's profiles. You would have the slides. What website can we host different portfolio, e.g. writing, graphics design? You can actually design Canva for that. Yes, you can put in videos on Canva. So you can design Canva for that. Then you can also design a WordPress site. You just create an account on WordPress, wordpress.com. Just create like a free website. You'd be able to do that there. Then um you can also use Google Docs. You can use Google Docs. So what you would do for that is upload the video on Google Drive. So you can have different sections in your Google documents. So you can have section for writing, you can have section for graphic design. But I would actually advise that you do use Canva for it. So there are other websites too. Yeah. So since this is writing, that was why I limited it to writing. Yeah, there's a lot. As anyone feel, no. Attendance is by 8. Can I get the link to content I have posted on LinkedIn to use? Yes, yes. On LinkedIn, if you have posted any content on LinkedIn, click the send button under the post. Then you'll be able to copy the link, just like you are sharing the just like you are sharing the link to anyone. Copy the link and add it to your portfolio. If my LinkedIn is not properly structured, what is the best way to structure a LinkedIn account? I guess we're going to, I'll talk more about this on Friday. I think there's a class for this too. I'll also talk about it. But um, for now, I need you to check some top creators profiles and check out how their profiles are structured. So you can screenshot their profiles and see how to do more of what they are doing. Do you understand? I don't mean copy their headline or whatever. I mean use their structure to build your own profile. So that was actually what I did when I was starting out. I kept checking top creators, top LinkedIn creators profiles. I would check out top content writers profiles. I'll check out a lot of them like that, and I was using their profiles to build mine. How they would add their experience section, the different sections they add. I would add my own volunteer section, different sections that they add. I would add my own, and then that was how I built my own. So, um, what websites can we use to host different portfolio? I said that I did freelance content writing for a magazine called Success Digest. I have no link to all my articles. How you can also find your articles is search on search on Google, search your name on Google. You can say, okay, Adewoyin Olawumi dash Success Digest. So with that, I guess you should get your articles. Adewoyin Olawumi Success Digest. So I guess with that you should be able to see some of the articles. Then if you can search, we can search on um go to their website, and if there's any search button there, search for your name too. Search for your name too. But how I was able to get some of my articles, I searched for my name on Google, and I was able to find some of them there. So please, what websites can we use to host? I have said that a lot, that you can use Canva. All right, can you use one portfolio for different skills? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You just need to section the portfolio. You can use Canva to design that. Then, though this class is basically writing, that was why I did this. So, but then Canva, you can use Canva. You can use app.apollo.io. Then you can also search on Google for free websites to host your portfolio. There's another website I'm trying to remember. Journal Portfolio. Journal. You can use one portfolio for different platforms. Is Upwork a reliable website for portfolio building? It is. It is. You can actually have, but the problem is not everyone would be able to. Not everyone. All right. So, Upwork, I would have advised to use Upwork too, but the problem is any recruiter that is not on Upwork, anyone that wants to employ you that is not on Upwork might have to sign in to view that portfolio. So that's why most times I don't really advise Upwork. Um, how can you volunteer? So I explained during the class. Go to websites, search on Google for websites in your niche. Yes, these platforms are actually free. Go to Google, search for companies in your niche, companies you want to work with, or websites you want to work with. Pitch to them, send a mail to as many companies as possible about what how you want to volunteer, how many months you want to volunteer with them, and all of that. My question is, can one portfolio cover several skills? Yes, one portfolio can cover several skills. Personally, I'm a content writer, I'm an SEO specialist, I am a social media manager. So I have all of that in my recent portfolio. And I have a particular portfolio for writing. Do I have a one portfolio that covers social media management, content writing, content creation? Yeah, and that was what I showed you. How do I find websites that are my niche? For example, if I write on human emotions, how do I find my own community? Now, go on Google, search Write for Us dash human emotions. So you would see a lot of websites. Google would show you a lot of websites that write about human emotions. So if you want to write for any niche, go on Google, write, if it's education, search Write for Us slash education or Write for Us dash education. So is this all questions we have for today? So we'll go on break now, and after that I'll just give you 2 minutes to type in your questions. So we'll go on break now. We would be going on break now, and after that we'll come back. Hello, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. So I would quickly I would quickly answer the question that someone asked. Um, okay, where you can get samples of my articles, just go to my LinkedIn page, go to my LinkedIn profile, and you would see the button there to sign in. I would Let me just quickly share my screen for that. So you would see the button to sign in to my LinkedIn page. So please, if you have any questions in the next 2 minutes, let me know. If you have any questions, if you have any questions about portfolio, about writing, about we would be ending the class by 8:21. How to create a link from our Word docs to our website. Just share and copy the link. Just share and copy the link. That's not a big deal. Please, if you have any questions, if you have any questions by 8:21, we would end the class. Yes, I actually did that. I shared the website. Let me share my screen again. I shared the website. Oh, that's true. I would go type it in the comment section. I'll type the name now. So I think it was a created by for Techie for Ma. So I just typed that in the chat box. Okay, it said public speaker, versatile creative content writer, motivational and inspirational, empowering brands and individual through words. Please, how does one with this heading get a free role? How do you get a free role? That's by writing motivational and inspirational content. So I guess what you write is creative content, stories, inspirational content. So you can always there are several inspirational websites, there are several um You can also write about public speaking since you're a public speaker. So there are several public speaking websites. There's several motivational and inspirational, websites, motivational websites. So you can search for them. So I just, if you check, showed you. I just typed the name of the website. So we'll be going off now since I'm not seeing any questions as regards the class. I'd like to write on the school website where I teach. How do I go about it? What's expected of me? Go to the school administrator. Let them know what you want to write about. You can as well send a mail to them. Yeah. Since you teach there, so it's easier to meet the school administrator, tell them you want to volunteer to write on their website. But if you are not affiliated with the website, you can send a mail to them and tell them and write a mail to them that you want to volunteer. So I'm not seeing any other questions now. So we'll be going off now. Thank you so much for today's class. I hope you would practice all of the things we've learned today. I hope to see you can always send me a DM on LinkedIn. So if you have created your portfolio, I would love to see them in the long run. I would love to get to see it. I would love to see that you have started a volunteer role and all of that. Thank you so much for today's class. Good night, everyone.